We're here at Space 2009 with Craig Bogart, the author of The Secret History of the Ineffables, the Space Prize-nominated comic book. Craig, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
How you doing?
I'm well. Yourself?
I'm well,
Good.
thank you. And Mr. Tundis over here?
I am also well.
That is great news.
So 2 times in a row.
Just 2 times in a row, yep.
Acclimated to the fame.
The small degree of fame that comes with it, yes.
Loss of privacy, all that kind of stuff
That's
that
right.
goes with it.
My 14 fans worldwide are clamoring at my door.
Craig Jelena next.
Okay, Ineffables. More of the same, or did you take it to the next level on this book?
I really pushed the envelope taking it to the next level on this book.
Yeah. Do you find yourself evolving in any particular directions from one issue to the next?
Well, from issue to the next, a lot of my writing is done very much stream of consciousness, so each issue does tend to go in just about any direction.
Did you feel more focused on this one as you go along? The characters
no.
But stream of consciousness wise, so the characters just kind of write themselves. Is that
something like that? More to the point, I get a number of story ideas rattling around in my head, and I kind of connect the dots when I'm assembling an issue.
Do you have an ultimate plan for Ineffables, or it's sort of wherever it takes you?
Wherever it happens to take me.
I mean, it's got that kind of feel to it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's sort of the universe is out there, and anything can happen at any given moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the follow-up to this issue, I actually had written the end part before the rest of the book, and it was a bit of a drama leading up until the deadline to get printed for space. So how am I actually going to fill in this middle part? So luckily I did come up with something. So.
Now, what's the process that you create Ineffables? Do you usually think more visually in terms of the images you want in the comic, or are you more story-oriented?
Generally, I have a vague notion of what the story is going to be. I draw it out.
Okay, so how do you lay out, how do you create a single issue?
I'll have an idea for the theme, or there's usually some sort of something that revolves around, whether it's a joke or a plot point or whatever, and it kind of expands out from there. Where, again, like I said, there's several ideas that I'm just connecting dot to dot to dot.
Sure.
But structure-wise, when you're doing the book, I'm curious, do you have even a rough script in mind, or is it more like Ditko-esque, where he just kind of plotted out the whole issue visually?
Probably more to the latter.
And then Stan kind of filled in the text. Even.
Probably more to the latter. I don't know if I'd use the term visually, but I'll have a series of ideas or points that I want to hit along the way, and I'll know where they fall at different points of the story, and just go through them.
Do you create a script before you put?
Nope. Very rarely.
So the visuals then are on the page, and then you add the words.
Yes.
Okay, and there's some loose correspondence between the pictures and the words.
Well, one of the characters in the story is an embodiment of abstract art, so
yeah.
Go with the flow.
By the very abstraction of Ineffables, it's sort of a self-referential kind of an artwork here. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put it in such lofty, serious terms.
I don't think anyone
would.
Now, I'm involved in a group called Panel, which is a collective of local self-publishers and artists, and I frequently refer to myself as the cartoonist in the room full of artists, because, like I said, there is a certain lack of seriousness that goes into the creation of each of my works. So.
Sure. Well, I think it really gives it sort of an easygoing, smooth read. It makes it a lot of fun.
You mentioned Panel. Last year you did work. Is there another Panel collective effort this year?
Well, the most recent one we have is the 12th volume called Panel 12 and Under, which we did as a children's book, which is sort of to balance our karma from Panel X, to use the Roman numeral of our 10th volume. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
So the panel tables. So your tables are full of goodies.
They are full of
So
goodies.
new Ineffables, new Panel collective.
Mm-hmm. Then I've got a couple other projects as well. One called the Enigma Foundation, which is set in a museum. It's very thematically similar to the science-based ideas that I try to throw into the Ineffables, but it's straight-faced. I wanted to do something more like a retro 60s Marvel comic or something like that.
So is this more like an adventure story?
Yeah.
Okay, and who are the main characters?
On their website.
The museum curator and the people that would work out in the field, and they do things like find ancient Aztec supercomputers and that sort of thing. So,
Great. And have you put out a few issues of this yet?
The first one is sitting out there right now.
Excellent. I look forward to checking it out.
Okay.
And is the first one part of a larger story that you hope to collect one day, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So-
Then again, in this case, I don't have it plotted out in any concrete terms like I do most of my writing, but I have a vague notion of where it'll go. A lot of the writing I do is driven by an interest in, if not exactly an aptitude for, science. So.
Sure. Do you read up on any particular scientific periodicals, or?
No specific ones, no, but just frequently something will cross my radar or whatever. So.
Very good. Okay, and your comic work, I know you have the Ineffables.com. Is that where the Ineffables are? What about your new work? Could that be found at the same place?
Everything will be under the same website, yep.
Ineffables.com. Okay, well, I thank you for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Wish you luck in the future, and we look forward to reading you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay, all right. We're here at Space with Craig Bogart, the author of the Space Prize nominated The Ineffables.
Secret history.
So
the history of the Ineffables.
Part 1, which just fell off
just
there.
took a ride.
Take 2.
Good plaque. We're here at Space 2010 with Craig Bogart.
2010, huh?
2009. I hope you leave this in.
Tape 3. Hi there. No.
Please edit out my Shatner-esque dramatic pauses.
No, you did just fine, Craig. Don't worry.